There are trials in life that shake a person to their very core. Moments when pain becomes so overwhelming that the soul itself trembles. And yet, within those trials there exists a hidden wisdom, a divine lesson wrapped in suffering, waiting to be uncovered. The story of Prophet Ayyub alayhi salam is one of the most profound examples of this truth. His life was a testament to patience, his prayers a bridge between despair and divine mercy, and his cure a miracle that transcends time. Prophet Ayyub alayhi salam was not an ordinary man. He was among the chosen, a prophet blessed with immense wealth, a loving family, and a strong, healthy body. But the tests of this world do not discriminate, and the greatest trials often come to the strongest souls. In a series of devastating losses, Ayyub was stripped of everything. His wealth vanished, his children were taken from him, and finally, his own body turned against him. Painful sores covered his skin, his strength faded, and he was left in a state of utter weakness. Yet, through it all, his heart remained unshaken. He did not curse his fate, he did not raise his voice in anger against God. Instead, he turned inward, toward the only source of true relief, prayer. But his prayers were not the hurried, desperate pleas of a man seeking only an escape from suffering. They were deeper, more profound. When he called upon his Lord, he did so with a recognition of divine mercy even in the midst of his agony. He said, "Harm has afflicted me, and you are the most merciful of the merciful." These words carry a weight that modern psychology would later echo: the concept of radical acceptance, the ability to endure suffering without resentment, to acknowledge pain while still trusting in a greater wisdom. For years, Ayyub endured. His body weakened, his isolation grew, and yet his faith did not break. But there came a moment, a fleeting lapse, when the weight of his suffering pressed upon him so heavily that he uttered an oath in frustration, vowing to discipline his wife if he was ever healed, believing she had wronged him. It was a human moment, a reminder that even the most patient souls can falter under prolonged hardship. Yet, when his healing finally came, he recognized his mistake, and in that recognition, he offered another prayer, one that revealed the depth of his understanding. "My Lord, Satan has afflicted me with hardship and torment, so heal me, and you are the most merciful." This was the turning point. This prayer was not just a request for physical healing, but an acknowledgement of the spiritual battle, the whispers of despair, the moments of weakness that even the most steadfast can experience. And it was then that his cure arrived in full. His body was restored, his health returned, and his blessings were multiplied beyond what he had before. But the true miracle was not just in the reversal of his suffering, it was in the transformation it produced within him. Modern psychology speaks of something called post-traumatic growth, the idea that enduring great suffering can lead to greater resilience, deeper wisdom, and a renewed sense of purpose. Ayyub's story is perhaps the oldest and purest example of this truth. His trials were not meaningless. They were a refining fire. His prayers were not just words. They were the key to his healing, and his cure was not merely the removal of pain, but the elevation of his entire being. So if you find yourself in the depths of hardship, remember Prophet Ayyub alayhi salam. Remember that prayer is not a transaction, but a transformation. It is not just about asking for relief, but about seeking the strength to endure, the wisdom to understand, and the humility to recognize our own fragility. His story teaches us that suffering is never the end. It is often the beginning of something far greater. And his cure, miraculous as it was, serves as a timeless reminder that divine mercy is always near, waiting for the heart that calls upon it with sincerity, patience, and trust.